This is The Download from Sounds Profitable, your daily source for the essential news in the business of podcasting. I'm Gavin Gaddis, coming to you live from my hotel room because it's cold out there. Here's what you need to know for today, Thursday, February 20th. First up, the Sounds Profitable educational series continues with a look at the news podcast audience in a live webinar featuring Tom Webster and Lamar Johnson, VP of Sponsorship Marketing at NPR sponsorship subsidiary, National Public Media. This free event will be held on Wednesday, February 26th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Link to register will be available in the show notes. First up, where you live and what you listen to. This is from Tom Webster on Sounds Profitable. Using zip code data provided by over 5,000 respondents to the podcast landscape, Webster provides a graph of podcast genre popularity by region in the United States, the regions being West, South, Midwest, and Northeast. We built this country, strangely. Comedy consistently scored well in the low to mid 30% range. Religious content scores highest in the South, along with healthy numbers for self-help content. Science remains relatively niche across the board. Gaming is slightly more popular in the West than the Northeast, though Webster does propose that regional stereotypes won't necessarily provide reasons why people listen to certain podcast genres. Next up, not every podcaster is ready for video. This one comes from The Information. A look at the side of the industry not keeping pace with the productions that immediately embraced video podcasting. Multitude head of development Eric Silver says the industry pivoting to focus on video also pivots what is required core competency for podcasting, requiring the toolkit of a YouTuber more than a traditional audio podcaster. From the YouTuber side, Nick Witters, business partner of John, Mr. Ball & Allen, brings up the possibility of audience cannibalization if YouTubers bring their podcast content to other platforms. Spotify's head of partnerships, Jordan Newman, says the company is seeing quite a few YouTubers coming over since their renewed investment in video podcasting, which was likely spurred on by podcasts' partnership with other YouTuber names, such as old hats like Joe Rogan and Markiplier, as well as relatively newer success stories like Alex Cooper. Next up, podcasting tests different types of paywalls for subscriptions. With the kickoff of On Air Fest during Bloomberg's invite-only event on Wednesday, several podcasting executives discussed the variety of different monetization methods either currently being used or being piloted. Ben Cotton, SVP and head of subscription growth at the New York Times, discussed partial paywalling methods like only making the most recent episodes available for free, or in the case of serial productions, only the most recent season, as well as early access to new episodes for paying members. Paywalls also need not be permanent, as Slow Burn host Leon Neyfakh highlighted the tactic of bringing paywalled content out for the free open RSS feed on occasion when fan-favorite episodes are particularly relevant to a current event or online trend. For our final top story, Edison Research Top 25 Podcasts in the UK, Q4 2024. This is our quarterly roundup from analyst Adam Bowie, who looks at the Edison Research Top 25 UK chart that's published every quarter. Notable observations this time around include the health of news podcasts, including the re-entry of a few America-focused podcasts due to election interest. Only 3 of the UK Top 25 also appear in Edison's equivalent US charts. That would be Joe Rogan Experience, The Daily, and Crime Junkie. They are also the only 3 American podcasts in the top 25, period. This is also noting that Call Her Daddy dropped off of the top 25 last quarter. As for the rest of the news, Rain News covers a new report from AdsWiz titled The Rise of Programmatic Audio, an Industry Moving at the Speed of Sound. Linkfire has published their Q4 interim financial report, including a 7% growth in revenue and 182% in improved earnings. Realm has expanded their partnership with Adalicious to become an exclusive U.S. ad sales partner for Adalicious' podcast slate. And on the heels of SiriusXM officially announcing their partnership with Supporting Cast to distribute premium podcast feeds, The Hollywood Reporter covers the story along with pricing and podcasts involved. Be sure to check out the links to every article mentioned right in your podcast listening app or at soundsprofitable.com, where you can also subscribe to the newsletter version. The Download is written and produced by myself, Newton Shuttlecotty, Brian Barletta, and Tom Webster. For Sounds Profitable, I'm Gavin Gaddis. Download us again tomorrow.